Okay, everybody, welcome to the DMV Post. Welcome to the DMV Post, where I give commentary. I am a concerned black man of the community. I'm going to give commentary, my thoughts, and just my opinions. I'm not here to piss anybody off or get on anybody's nerves, but this is my first video. So in this particular video, this video is going to be about the young man, the young activist that was killed in PG County at Jasper's. Okay. The young man's name was Cornelius Mcdonald, activist in the Prince George's County community, and he was shot by Terrell Bailey. I'm just going to do some reactions to the videos that I have that you would normally see on your local news, but I'm going to give my thoughts and commentary. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm not a monolith to any particular community, but I share the experiences that they do because we live in the same community. So in some sense, we may be a monolith, but in many senses, we have our own minds, thoughts, and our own opinions. So I'm going to get on to the next scene, give you a little bit more detail about what happened in this particular exchange. And this is all sad because these are young people in our communities. And to have a community activist go through what he went through, it makes me ask questions too, because they ask me, okay, where did this happen? Okay, this happened at the Jaspers. And then it makes me ask the question, was he unable to de-escalate the situation? And then I have another question, because they say the suspect is a police officer, or not MPD, but some type of special police officer. And they say he was legally carrying a firearm, but I didn't know that you can carry those type of things at Jasper's, where there's a bar, those type of things, unless you were a full-fledged police officer. I don't know of, and then I think there's some type of restrictions, but they said this happened in a parking lot. So I guess the young man, the exchange, but let's listen to what the reports say, then we'll come back and we'll have our own opinions on it. Let's go.
Of a community activist. Thanks for being here. I'm Leslie Foster. This tragedy has really rocked the DMV community, and tonight police say they know who's responsible for this senseless killing. They say Terrell Mcdonald, who you see there on the left, is the one accused of murdering Cornelius Mcdonald. Investigators say he shot McDonald outside the popular restaurant Jasper's on Saturday, and they tell us the two men did not know each other. Our Alexis Wainwright has been following this story from the very beginning. Alexis, I'm wondering how McDonald's family is reacting to all of this.
I just think it's amazing because they didn't even know each other. One is a community activist, and the other is law enforcement. They didn't know each other. They never talked before this time. They didn't have any type of other interactions with each other, but they went to Jasper's. And I don't know how long, but they say that the shooting was at 12:45. So you got to say at Jasper's, they met at Jasper's, and somehow whatever transpired inside came into the parking lot, and the officer, I will say special police officer, shot the community activist. What could they have been talking about at the bar? And these are the details we want, that we need, that we don't get. You just get, this happened and that happened. So you just kind of formulate in your mind what you think might have happened. But let's go back and let's hear. And by the way, this is fair use, because they don't play around. Like, they don't even want you to barely talk on the news. But we have to judge the news because we don't always get exactly what we should get in the news. And so us being a community, we have to piece in what should be there. So if you're going to hear background noise of all Prince George's County right now, so please forgive me. Let's go on.
Well, Leslie, just a few hours ago, I was able to break the news to some of the family and friends of McDonald, and a lot of them say there is some relief after hearing about this arrest. Now, we want you to take a close look at your screens. We're showing you a picture of the suspect that was arrested. This is 35-year-old Terrell Bailey of Washington, D.C. He is charged with fatally shooting 33-year-old Cornelius Mcdonald. Now, according to Prince George's County Police, the preliminary investigation revealed the suspect and the victim were both customers at Jasper's restaurant and got into an argument prior to the fatal shooting outside of the business on Saturday morning. Police say they did not know each other prior to this incident. Now, we first told you about McDonald Saturday as people across the region mourned a major loss in the community.
These are respected young men. A man of his community dealing with the youth. I just can't imagine, like, you getting shot at Jasper's at 12:45 in the parking lot by a man you have never met before. Not a street person. Not a person that just out here to inflict violence in the community. And I'm not here to judge either way because we don't know. All the information is suppressed, really. The details, what the witnesses saw, what they know. And he gets shot by a special police officer. And the special police officer is claiming self-defense. What did the special police officer see to make him feel, in danger, or make him feel that he would have to pull a weapon on this young man? Let's go.
He was known to many as just Neil. McDonald is being remembered as a father and pillar in this community who was passionate about working with kids and preventing the type of violence that took his own life. Now, we spoke with
Fair use, fair use. This is all fair use. This is only meant for scholarship, information, and informal use to inform the public. Fair use, fair use.
McDonald's cousin just a few minutes ago about the community tips that led to the arrest. Take a listen to what he had to say.
It kind of gives me that indication that the community does stick together to a certain sense. And this was somebody that the community recognized that was for the good of people. So it had to happen. The Prince George's County Police Department knew he was for the good of people. So it had to happen to get the arrest done fast.
And now Bailey is facing charges like first and second degree murder and also other charges like assault. Now Bailey is expected to be in court tomorrow for a bond hearing. Of course, we'll stay.
Look, he getting first and second degree charges for murder. And I know where that first degree comes from because guess what? After he shot the young man, he left the scene of the crime. Like what? Self-defense, because if you are concealed carry or you are carrying in public, lawfully, that you have obligation to be at the scene to make sure that the investigation can go through with what you said happened. So let's get back to the video.
Stay on top of this story and update you as we learn more. But tonight, again, a lot of people still mourning that loss, but a sense of relief after hearing about this arrest. Live in Prince George's County tonight, Alexis Wainwright, WUSA 9.
Okay, so I got another one that I'm about to show here in a second. We're going to get to the second video. But when you think about what happened,
We're continuing to follow the story of a beloved anti-violence activist.
You have to ask yourself, why did he leave the scene of the crime? Was it the alcohol? Was he drinking? Was he drinking and the alcohol, was smelling? And this is out of respect to the suspect and the victim as well. But we're here to try to figure out what happened because the news, unfortunately, does not provide us any type of really details. It just tells us like most crimes in Prince George's County, where basically they just tell you this happened and you never hear anything about it again. So you don't really get a good feel for how your community and what is going on in your community. So let's get back to the details here.
A community leader killed over the weekend. Tonight, we're hearing from the family of Cornelius Mcdonald just hours after an arrest in the case. He was shot outside a popular restaurant in Prince George's County, and his family tells Alexis Wainwright who they believe is at fault.
Tonight, Rico Scott still can't believe his cousin is gone. 33-year-old Cornelius Mcdonald was shot and killed outside of Jasper's, a restaurant in Lake Arbor, Saturday morning. But Tuesday, the family received some relief. Police arrested 35-year-old Terrell Bailey, charging him with Mcdonald's murder.
Thank God. It was a pain. It was a breath of relief. I think it kind of like puts the community off.
Hey, look at this guy, you know? I mean, for the most part, he's groomed and everything, but he threw his life away, and he know he did. I mean, I don't know. I can't say he threw his life away. This is all allegedly. You know, I'm sure now he wishes that things would have turned out differently. But one thing about firearms, you cannot take back the fire. You can't take it back. When you shoot rounds off, especially ones that you regret, you can't take those back. And that's why firearms is not a game. You know, you could be fully packed with a firearm, concealed carry, have all your proper credentials. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if you're getting a verbal altercation. It doesn't even matter. You are to do everything in your power to de-escalate. Because these decisions could be terminal. Let's get back.
Also arrest that you got the suspect off the street. For me, it kind of like gives me that indication that the community does stick together.
According to Prince George's County Police, Bailey and Mcdonald did not know each other, but were both customers at the restaurant. Court documents say officers working security at Jasper's escorted Bailey out after an argument inside. Several sources tell WUSA 9 Mcdonald.
Okay, so they had an argument inside. The police escorted Bailey out. You heard that, right? They escorted Bailey out. Security. You know, I've done security at, different clubs and venues and so forth. Hey, there's a situation going on. We're going to escort you out. And sometimes we try not to put you both out at the same time. Maybe we put you out through different exits. Or sometimes, it just be like, y'all got to go. We got customers here. They eating. They doing, there's things going on. People, family, friends. Jasper restaurants. Security gonna put them out. And normally when security puts you out, the police, there's a police officer that might be in the parking lot that will basically, be there to make sure there's nothing like this that happened. And I don't know this situation. I don't know how this goes down. I'm not here to speculate on what the officer in the parking lot should have done. But we know that Bailey was escorted out by, and she said police. I'm thinking security, but it sounded like she said police. So let's go on and get more details.
McDonald initially tried to break up a fight inside Jasper's. Later, after McDonald paid his bill and left, Bailey allegedly followed him outside.
So McDonald, which is the victim, paid his bill and left. Paid his bill and left, man. He probably ain't, man. Let me get out of here, man. I ain't trying. So it looks like he did escalate. That looks like a de-escalation to me. It looks like a de-escalation to me because he paid his bill and left. And he left out first. So for right now, if we're just looking at what I'm talking about, it looks like McDonald was trying to get out of there, go home, and de-escalate a situation. Let's go.
Continued the argument and then shot McDonald multiple times.
Oh, that he's...
Continues the argument and then shot him multiple times. Now, I'm going to see if is there any question as to, did McDonald have a weapon? Did he have a gun? Did they find a gun? What is being said about that? We do know this young man is saying it was self-defense, but it don't sound right because normally it's some self-defense, like, you know, you sit and you wait. This guy rolled out, he went boom, boom, boom. It doesn't look good for you right now, Bailey. You came out after McDonald, paid and left. You came out after him and you end up shooting him. And then you're not there when the police and the ambulance and everyone else shows up. You're not there. Did you go home and brush your teeth? Did you go home and wash residue off your hand? I mean, what happened? Let's go.
Seriously having a thought of, I shouldn't have did that.
Police say tips from witnesses and surveillance video helped them secure an arrest warrant.
To, you know, whoever spoke up, to whoever gave the tips to crime solvers, to, you know, whoever just wrote a statement, you know, thank you.
And we've heard several concerns and people upset with Jasper's, the restaurant, but the family says they are not the ones to blame.
Nobody that works in here did that. So it's not the fault of Jasper's. It's our fault. It's the fault of us. It's the fault of us.
You know, that was his support team there, you know. That was his, you see his mom there, you see his family there. There's a lot of people out here, man, that's just jealous, especially black men. Our own, because we don't know how to approach each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be that way, but we are. It's like I don't understand.
The people that are thinking that stuff like this is okay, and it's not.
And now the focus is on McDonald's legacy and preventing this type of violence that took his own life.
He was somebody that you would love to know. It's not at all what I thought that I would ever have to go through.
And Bailey is facing multiple charges, including first and second degree assault and murder. He's expected in court for a bond hearing tomorrow. Alexis Wainwright, WUSA 9.
Okay, so now he going to he just threw that young man to me. We just going by the information that we know right now. And, you didn't hear anything in the report about a weapon found on McDonald. You didn't hear, only thing you heard was that McDonald left out and Bailey left out after McDonald. And now McDonald is dead. I have to give props to the family members for still conducting themselves in a respectable manner. Because goodness gracious, man. I don't know how I could sit there and not be angry and maybe say things. But when we look at this situation, like I said, it looked like both individuals were gainfully employed. There's no reason why, and what the hell were they talking about? So that's more information that'll probably have to come out. But at the same time, it doesn't matter what they were talking about. It shouldn't have been nothing for that man to come out and shoot another unarmed man. Just a straight up shooter. And like I said, right now, we're just going by what we know. So let's go. I think I got one more video here, and then I'm going to end it. Let's go.
This is how to get in shape fast.
If you want to drop this, start eating more of these. You might think.
All right.
Big ideas don't come easy. But when you get one...
Hello and welcome to Crime Watch Daily Update.
Okay, so maybe I didn't have another video. So I'll just leave it at that. But let's talk about it a little bit. Here's a situation, two young men. You can see there's one guy, he's a community activist. He's involved with his community. He dealt with the youth. He dealt with situations to keep youth from killing each other. And he goes to Jasper's. Now we know sometimes Jasper's is sometimes I think they convert that to a place where people go and listen to music, and it's more of a festive atmosphere. I believe I think I've been to Jasper's just once. I don't hang out like that. But anyway, I just find that, and then you have another guy here who he says that, who they're saying that he was lawfully carrying a firearm. Lawfully now. I don't understand how inside of Jasper's you was lawfully carrying it and you were not on duty. You're not a special agent. You're a special police officer. Okay? Then witnesses say that McDonald paid for his food and left. Paid for his food and left. And Bailey came after McDonald. And now we have a one dead community activist and another brother about I don't know. I don't know how Maryland's doing it these days, but that's something that shouldn't happen. What's going on in McDonald's life, in Bailey's life, to where he will actually take another man's life? Where he will actually end his legacy and take another man's life at Jasper's. So I want you to tell me what you think. Because, unless there's more details coming out, it's cut and dry. And like I said, this is just my opinion and me giving my take on this particular situation. So I want to say thank you to everyone. I appreciate you all, Prince George's Countyans, Washingtonians, and Virginians. Thank you for listening. This is a DMV Post. Please like, also subscribe. And have a great day.